Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. This is Scott Reisch of Crime Talk, the most unbiased, fact-driven true crime channel on YouTube. Today on the docket, a Dulos update. Second, an attorney in a New Jersey trial made a huge mistake. And third, where is Crime Talk headed? Let's talk about it. Today on the docket, first, a Jennifer Dulos update. Photo Dulos, the husband of Jennifer Dulos, and Michelle Triconos, the mistress of Photos Dulos, have each been arrested on new charges of tampering with evidence. As a quick reminder for those who are not familiar with the Jennifer Dulos disappearance, it is alleged that she drove her car to her house, drove it into the garage, and no one has seen her since after she ran some errands. The prime suspect, her husband, Photo Dulos, and Jennifer Dulos, had been going through what could be easily characterized as a nasty, nasty divorce. Jennifer Dulos has been missing, and no one has been able to find her. The prime suspect, Photos Dulos, and his girlfriend say they had nothing to do with her disappearance and that they basically have alibis. The police have been checking this out. They believe that they have video footage, but then there's been some question as to whether that was actually Photos Dulos and Jennifer Dulos in the car going around dropping around bags that may have had Jennifer Dulos's DNA and suspected blood like substances in the car. Same thing, some recent revelations is that they believe that some blood-like substances have been found in Photo Dulos' car. So that's where things stand. But there has been no body found, which makes it difficult for a murder case, specifically because the defense team for Photos Dulos has thrown out this Gone Girl theory that somehow Jennifer Dulos just packed up and left her 5 children. The children are with Jennifer Dulos' mother in New York City. Photos Dulos' defense team believes that this is simply a harassment package by the state to try and get somebody to break. At this time, I'm going to have to agree with Photos Dulos' attorneys. If the state has the evidence to charge Mr. Dulos with the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos, as well as Michelle Triconos, they should do so. And as you may recall, Michelle Triconos went in with her attorneys shortly after her first arrest and spoke with the detectives for a period of time. They either are not believing or buying what she is selling, or they think that she is completely lying. Photos Dulos was arrested on Wednesday. Michelle Triconos was arrested on Thursday. Both were released on bond, and the case continues. We'll keep you updated as new information becomes available. Next on the docket, it's a civil case, but I think this is worth noting, and it's not really been out there in the media today. There is a case going on in New Jersey, and it is a case involving Johnson & Johnson and the allegations that the baby powder that Johnson & Johnson manufactures contains asbestos. And this asbestos was apparently put in Johnson & Johnson's talcum powder, baby powder, and that it has been known to cause ovarian cancer. Johnson & Johnson knew about it and didn't do anything to warn anybody so they could at least have a choice as to whether they wanted to put asbestos all over their body. Obviously, Johnson & Johnson's big corporation. They have huge attorney. Johnson & Johnson has huge law firms working on this matter. And when I mean huge law firms, we're talking firms that have thousands of attorneys, and they're throwing everything at this because, as you may recall, Johnson & Johnson lost the trial in California a few months back, and a $4.7 billion with a B billion dollar judgment was imposed, most of that in punitive sanctions, for basically allowing asbestos to be put in this product and not warning anybody about it. So now they're looking at a second trial. Well, the lead attorney in this particular case, a Diane Sullivan, had her entire closing argument struck by the judge. Judge Anna Viscani said that there was no way to parse out portions of Diane Sullivan's closing argument because it was so inappropriate and replete with conduct, as the court described it, replete with conduct, as the court describes, that the court had already ruled was inadmissible and inappropriate for argument. And so the judge completely struck it. What is the significance of that? This trial has gone on for weeks, 6 weeks, I believe. This trial has gone on for at least 6 weeks. And for basically the defense, Johnson & Johnson, not to be able to explain and put all the pieces together and have the jury disregard all that information. Yes, they have heard that information, but my experience is, and there's a presumption that jurors will follow the law, and if they won't consider that closing argument, although it's not evidence, that it just shows that the Johnson & Johnson really wasn't playing fair. Apparently, the language by this Diane Sullivan was so outrageous, basically saying that if you didn't have the evidence, you created the evidence, and that basically the whole case was a complete fabrication and that the case had no merit. Well, obviously that's not the case. It's made it through the process, and this is for the jury to decide. So for a judge to do that, strike an entire testimony, it just relieves a real sting to the defense because it looks as though they're not playing fair at all. We'll see what the verdict is and how it comes out. And like I said, it wasn't a criminal case, but we're talking huge civil case here. And for a judge to strike a testimony like that, I cannot recall a time that has ever taken place. So I wanted to talk to you all about that. Now, the next thing on the docket is, where is Crime Talk headed? We had mentioned the other day that YouTube has systematically demonetized a lot of true crime channels. And it appears to be if certain language is used, your channel gets demonetized. Now, I assure you, when we started this channel, we weren't making any money. But as the channel has grown, we have had to incur expenses. We have professionals that do the editing and do the videoing and basically act as producers of this matter. And yes, I have carried all those costs since the beginning, and I will continue to do so. But as any businessman will tell you, it's better to at least cover your costs. So we've looked into Patreon. I've had people email me directly. I've seen comments that said, if you go to Patreon, we will drop your channel. Well, guess what? We're not leaving YouTube. If people want to go to Patreon, they are more than happy to do so. There will be different levels that people can participate on if they would like to. No one is forcing you to do that. Basically, it's going to be, we're going to be able to provide you gifts, some merchandise depending on the levels, and individual time with me, so to speak, that I will carve out of my schedule to do that. But we're not leaving YouTube, and no one is saying you have to pay to see Crime Talk. That is not the situation at all. But we believe if someone is going to contribute to this channel, that they should receive something of value. We hope that this channel is of value to you, and we want to be able to provide you something else. So I'm not going to go into the levels. People can go to the Patreon link. Kyle will put that link up. It should be live as of the time that this video is put out, and if people choose to do so, we appreciate that. Now, on another note, new coffee mug. If you'd like to buy a mug, Crime Talk mug, please do so. As you notice, I also have on my Crime Talk t-shirt today that has just arrived. And if you'd like to do that, you can get one as well. Am I going to quit my day job if we sell a couple of coffee mugs and sell a few T-shirts? No, we're not. Okay? I assure you, I can make in one day in my law practice what I can make an entire month of creating videos. But I do this because I want to help spread the word and make people aware of the legal system, how it really works, and let people know about their rights. And we're going to continue to do that. Okay? Even if nobody joins Patreon, we're still going to do this. So have a great day. Thank you for watching the channel. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Tell your friends. Have them subscribe. If you like the video, hit the like button. And if you'd like to get notifications of new content or when we go live, hit that little bell. We'll see you next time on Crime Talk.